Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a video on how to plumb a reef tank. In this case, it's going to be hard plumbing a reef tank. I'll touch up a little on vinyl tubing and all that, but I'll talk about that later in the video. So that being said, let's go ahead and get set up, and I'll show you guys all the parts and pieces to hard plumbing a reef tank. Alright guys, so we're back, and as you can see, there's a bunch of parts right here. I'm just going to go from left to right and explain what's what. So right here we got a 1-inch PVC pipe. Right here we got a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. I went to my hardware store and I got both of these in 10 feet lengths, and I just cut them in half in 5 foot and put them in the car. I mean, you can get the shorter versions, but I mean, for $3 for 10 feet, you might as well just get the 10-foot piece. Up here we got a female thread adapter, and that's for my pump, because my return line will be hard plumbed. Right here we also have the male thread adapter that attaches to the female thread adapter. Over here we got a male thread adapter for the bulkheads. We got a 3/4 inch one for the bulkhead. 2 1-inch elbows up here. 2 45-degree elbows right here. Those are 1 inch. And then we have 2 3/4 inch 45-degree elbows as well. Down here we got the primer and the cement for the PVC. Right here we got some PVC cutters. Now the thing with PVC cutters is it's not a necessity to have. You can use a hacksaw, anything that you can cut PVC with, honestly, like a saw, a bandsaw, anything. The reason why I'm using PVC cutters is because it gives you a nice clean cut without a mess. It's like scissors, and you just clamp it onto the PVC and you cut it like scissors. So yeah. Over here we got Teflon tape. Up here we have 3 3/4 inch unions, 3 1-inch unions, and then on top of that we have 1 3/4 inch ball valve union, another 1-inch ball valve union, and then I just threw these in because I found them in my little box that I had. This is a 3/4 inch ball valve, and that's a 1-inch ball valve. I'm not going to be using these because I already have these two, but you don't have to get these 2 union ball valves because they're a little bit on the expensive side. These are much cheaper. So what you can do is you can just connect these to a union and have it as a union ball valve almost, but it won't be as compact as these 2 union ball valves. So yeah, that's that. The next step will be to measure up and kind of lay out what is going to be going into the tank. So we got to lay out all the stuff for that and measure it out and have a nice little image of what it's going to look like and dry fit everything. And then once you make sure that everything has been fit properly in a dry state, you can go ahead and glue it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I just decided to make a quick little clip right here. Before you go ahead and start cutting the PVC and measuring it out and stuff and gluing it, I really recommend that you guys clean it with some acetone. Right here I got some acetone, and just regular acetone from the hardware store. What you got to do is just put it onto a rag and just kind of clean off this stuff, because it gives you a nice, nicer finish. So it takes off all these words, all the lettering and stuff, and all these marks and stuff like that, the dirt. It'll give it a nice white finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I start measuring and cutting. So yeah, that's a quick little tip to make it look nice and professional almost. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, quick little clip. I just wanted to do a before and after of the cleaning. So right here we got a dirty pipe, not really cleaned at all. Actually not cleaned at all. You can still see the labeling and all the marks and stuff. And here's a clean pipe. So if I rotate it, you can see it's nice and clean. Same with this one. So what I recommend you guys doing is to clean the pipe with some acetone, like I said before. And I found that using a towel like this doesn't work so well. Paper towels work better because they soak up, they soak it up a little wetter, I guess you can say, because these guys, they soak it up too much. But this, it stays a little wet, and that's what you need to take off the labeling, that wet acetone. So yeah, I also recommend that you guys find out how much PVC you need to clean, because this did take me a fairly long time, around 15 minutes or so. and it kind of gets old and frustrating. So I recommend that you guys find out how much you need and then clean those pieces. So I found out that I needed these 2 pieces only, so that's what I went ahead and cleaned. These are going to be my scrap for other projects or maybe even another tank. So yeah, that's about it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, this is the design or the layout I decided to go with. This is all dry fitted, so the next step will be to glue it. So up here we have a union which is connected to a 90-degree elbow. That's connected to a union ball valve, which is then connected to another 90-degree elbow. That's connected to a union, which is connected to a straight piece of PVC, which allows the water to go straight into a sump and not splash everywhere. This union right here is very important because it allows me to take the filter sock out and put it back in with ease. All I have to do is unscrew the union and slide it out and slide it back in. On the return side, we have a 45-degree elbow. That's connected to a union ball valve, which is then connected to another union, which is then connected to a check valve, which is then connected to another union, which is then connected to my pump. These 2 unions next to the check valve are very important because it allows me to basically take the check valve out and put it back in with ease, because they do require maintenance every once in a while. So now that it's all dry fitted, the next step will be to glue it together. I have a few tips and tricks to gluing PVC, so I'll show half of it or just partial parts of gluing, but the rest of it I'm going to do it off video because it takes quite a bit of time and just to get it right and a neat job, which is what I want. So yeah, that'll be next, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, and now we're going to be gluing PVC. Like I said before, we're only going to be doing a couple pieces just to shorten up the video, because if I go ahead and glue this whole thing, it'll take quite a while and I'll just bore you guys. So over here we got the paper towel, we got something to protect the carpet, we got the primer and the cement, and we got something to put the camera on. So we're going to go ahead and set the camera down, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the primer, which is the first step to gluing PVC. Alright, so once you get the primer, you just want to kind of knead off the little wool or whatever this fuzzy ball thing is. Just kind of take it off, the excess. Then what you want to do is get your PVC, get one part, and slowly and carefully prime the parts where you're going to glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and do as much as I can without making it look messy. Same thing goes here for this piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and prime the inside. You don't want to use too much primer or else it'll get really messy and it won't look so great. Now it's time for cement. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Alright. Once again, just take off the excess. You don't want too much stuff in there or else it'll get really messy and it won't look so great. Alright, so now what we're going to do is on the parts you primed, basically put glue on top of that. Same thing goes for this piece right here. So now that I glued the inside, what we can do is go ahead and push them together. So here's the two pieces. What you got to do is push them together like so. Now since I'm doing this on video, it was really hard to stay neat. So right here you can see there's some purple and that doesn't look so great, but that's because I'm on video. If I wasn't on video I would be able to do a nicer job, but anyways, besides that, it's a pretty clean job. It's not as messy. So yeah, that's how I'm going to be doing most of these, and then I'm just going to wipe off the excess with the paper towel. So yeah, so that's about it for gluing, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here it is, the final product after about a couple hours of sweat, blood, and a crap load of blisters. So yeah, here it is. Everything is glued, just like how it was dry fitted. Everything worked out perfectly. So tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and make a new video on maybe leak testing, but I won't upload that for a while. I'm planning on uploading this today, so yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate a like. So yeah, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.